You've been told for decades that eggs are the perfect protein, the gold standard for building muscle and staying strong. But here's the truth most people never hear after turning 60. That perfect food may no longer work the way you think. I've met hundreds of older adults who eat eggs every morning, take their supplements faithfully, and even stay active, yet still feel their legs getting weaker, their balance fading, and their recovery slowing down. The problem isn't effort, it's biology. After 60, your body changes. Your muscles don't just need protein, they need the right kind of protein, paired with minerals, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory nutrients that help your body actually use what you eat. As a muscle health specialist for seniors, I've seen how small dietary changes can completely turn things around. Strength comes back, energy returns, and independence, the thing every senior values most, can be restored. In this video, I'll reveal 6 everyday, budget-friendly foods that rebuild muscle faster than eggs, even in people well into their 70 seconds and 80 seconds. These are foods most people overlook, yet science shows they help your body recover, stay strong, and keep moving freely. And wait until you hear about the #1 food on this list. It shocked researchers by triggering new muscle fiber growth in seniors over 75. Before we begin, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a senior health tip. And in the comments, tell me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. I want to see how far this message has traveled. 1. Cottage cheese. When it comes to rebuilding muscle after 60, what happens while you sleep is just as important as what you eat during the day. That's why the first food on our list is something many people overlook: simple, humble cottage cheese. It may not look fancy, but for seniors, cottage cheese is one of the most powerful tools for muscle repair. Why? Because it's rich in casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids gradually over several hours. Unlike the quick burst you get from eggs or whey, casein works quietly through the night, feeding your muscles when your body does its deepest repair work. Let me explain. During the day, your body is in breakdown mode. You move, you strain, and your muscles tear slightly, which is normal. But at night, your body switches into recovery mode. If you go to bed without enough protein circulating in your system, your body can't repair those tiny muscle fibers. Instead, it begins breaking them down for energy. Cottage cheese prevents that. It gives your muscles the steady fuel they need to rebuild stronger while you rest. 1 cup of cottage cheese provides around 25 grams of high-quality protein, plus calcium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that strengthen bones and improve balance. That combination helps your muscles and your skeleton work together more efficiently, reducing your risk of falls. Let me tell you about Helen, one of my patients. She's 72, and for years she woke up every morning with stiff, aching legs. She thought it was just old age. But when I asked about her diet, I realized she was missing nighttime nutrition. I suggested something simple: half a cup of cottage cheese before bed. Within just a few weeks, she noticed something incredible. Her legs didn't ache when she got up, and her energy lasted longer throughout the day. She told me, smiling, "Doctor, I can finally get out of bed without holding on to the nightstand." That small change made a huge difference, and science backs it up. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who consumed casein protein before bed had significantly higher overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't. In simple terms, their muscles were actively repairing and growing while they slept. Cottage cheese even has probiotics, which improve gut health and help your body absorb nutrients more efficiently, something eggs simply can't do. And the best part? It's affordable, easy to find, and requires no cooking. So, before you reach for another late-night cookie or skip dinner altogether, consider a small bowl of cottage cheese instead. It's not just a snack, it's a nighttime recovery strategy. Because after 60, building muscle isn't about eating more, it's about eating smarter. And while cottage cheese works silently while you sleep, the next food protects your strength during the day by balancing the very hormones that control how your muscles grow. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you are here. Now, let's move on. 2. If cottage cheese repairs your muscles overnight, tofu protects them during the day by working on something deeper. Your hormones. Now, most people don't think of hormones when they think of muscle. But after 60, they're one of the biggest reasons seniors lose strength. Testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone, the signals that tell your body to build and repair muscle, all begin to decline with age. And when those levels drop, no amount of exercise or protein powder can fully make up for it. That's where tofu comes in. This soft white block made from soybeans is packed with high-quality plant protein and natural compounds called isoflavones. These isoflavones gently mimic the effects of estrogen and help balance hormone activity in both men and women. For men, they support testosterone stability. For women, they cushion the effects of menopause that accelerate muscle and bone loss. The result? Better hormone balance, better muscle preservation, and stronger bones, all from a food that's inexpensive, versatile, and easy to digest. Let me tell you about Walter, one of my longtime patients. He's 76, a retired construction worker who spent decades on his feet. When he came to see me, he complained of constant fatigue, aching knees, and low energy, even though he ate meat every day. His blood tests showed elevated cholesterol and inflammation, but low testosterone for his age. Instead of giving him more pills, I made a small change. I asked him to replace 2 of his weekly fried meat dinners with baked tofu. At first, he laughed. "Doctor, that's rabbit food," he told me. But he agreed to try. A month later, Walter came back with a smile. His joint pain had eased, his energy was steadier, and even his morning walks felt easier. The biggest surprise? His cholesterol had dropped, and his testosterone was slightly higher, all without medication. That's the quiet power of tofu. It delivers complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, but without the heavy saturated fat or cholesterol that animal protein brings. It also provides calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals that reduce cramps and improve muscle contractions. Science agrees. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who ate soy protein regularly maintained more lean muscle mass and stronger bones than those who relied only on animal protein. Tofu is also incredibly flexible. You can bake it, stir-fry it, toss it in soups, or blend it into smoothies. It takes on the flavor of whatever you cook with, which makes it easy to add to your favorite meals. For seniors, tofu is more than a food, it's a form of protection. It helps calm inflammation, supports healthy hormones, and keeps your muscles and bones working together the way they should. So the next time you plan your meals, remember, tofu may look plain, but inside, it's doing extraordinary work. Your hormones may slow down with age, but your strength doesn't have to. Now, if tofu supports your hormones from the inside, this next food fights an even bigger threat, the silent inflammation that weakens muscles and joints as we age. Now let's move on. 3. Sardines. When it comes to building strength after 60, one of the biggest obstacles isn't lack of protein, it's inflammation. You can eat all the right foods and still feel sore, stiff, and slow if chronic inflammation is quietly burning inside your body. That's where sardines come in. These small, oily fish are one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods and one of the most underrated. They're packed with high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and calcium, the perfect combination for older adults trying to keep their muscles and joints strong. Let's talk about why they work. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or stress. But with age, that response can get stuck in the on position, slowly damaging muscle fibers, stiffening joints, and reducing your ability to recover after activity. Omega-3 fats, especially EPA and DHA, act like a cooling system for your body. They lower inflammation, improve blood flow, and help your muscles respond better to protein and exercise. That means every bite of sardines not only fuels your muscles but also frees them, reducing the silent inflammation that keeps you from feeling strong. One can of sardines contains more than 20 grams of protein and about 1,500 milligrams of omega-3 seconds, far more than you'd get from most supplements. They also deliver vitamin D and calcium, a dynamic duo that keeps bones dense and prevents fractures. Strong muscles are useless without strong bones to anchor them. Sardines give you both. I remember Frank, a 7-8-year-old patient of mine who loved gardening. He told me, "Doctor, my legs ache every night. I can't even kneel to pull weeds anymore." He'd tried painkillers and even collagen supplements, but nothing worked long-term. I asked him to try something unconventional: 2 servings of canned sardines each week. A month later, Frank returned with a grin. His legs didn't ache as much after gardening, and he felt more stamina during his evening walks. His blood tests also showed reduced inflammation markers. "I never thought a can of fish could do that," he said. Research backs him up. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed omega-3 rich fish like sardines had significantly greater muscle mass and better physical performance than those who didn't. That's because omega-3 seconds improve muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to build new muscle fibers. Sardines also contain vitamin B12, which keeps your nerves healthy. That means the signals from your brain reach your muscles more efficiently, improving balance and coordination, 2 things many seniors struggle with. And the best part? Sardines are inexpensive, shelf-stable, and require no cooking. You can add them to salads, toast, or pasta in minutes. So before you dismiss these tiny fish, remember, strength isn't built by size, it's built by consistency. A few cans of sardines each week could quietly rebuild your mobility, 1 meal at a time. So, once inflammation is under control, your body needs something else: steady fuel. The next food on our list doesn't just build muscle, it keeps your energy strong all day long. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you are here. Now, let's move on. 4. Chickpea. For many older adults, the challenge isn't just losing strength, it's running out of energy. You start the day strong, but by afternoon, fatigue hits like a wave. Your legs feel heavy, your focus slips, and even simple tasks start to feel exhausting. That's not just age, it's fuel imbalance. And one of the simplest solutions comes from an ancient food that's been feeding endurance for centuries: chickpeas. Chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, are one of the most complete plant-based foods you can eat. A single cup packs around 15 grams of protein, complex carbohydrates, and a powerful mix of minerals like magnesium, zinc, and folate. Together, these nutrients don't just build muscle, they keep it working longer. Here's why that matters. Most processed foods and refined carbs, white bread, pastries, sugary snacks give you a quick burst of energy followed by a crash. For seniors, those crashes hit harder because metabolism slows with age. Chickpeas, on the other hand, provide steady energy. Their complex carbs break down slowly, keeping your blood sugar stable and your muscles continuously fueled. That means no more afternoon slumps, no shaky hands, and no sudden weakness during walks or chores. Let me share Evelyn's story. She's 70, a retired librarian who used to eat white bread sandwiches for lunch because they were light and easy. By 2 p.m., she felt drained and sometimes shaky. We swapped her lunch for a chickpea salad, chickpeas, olive oil, lemon juice, and spinach, just 3 times a week. Within a month, Evelyn noticed the difference. Her afternoon fatigue disappeared. Her legs felt stronger, and she could carry groceries without stopping to rest. "It feels like my body has its batteries back," she told me, smiling. That's not a coincidence. Chickpeas are a rich source of magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals that regulate muscle contractions and help repair connective tissue. They also provide folate, which supports red blood cell production, improving oxygen delivery to your muscles and brain. In simple terms, chickpeas keep your muscles supplied with energy, oxygen, and strength. Science supports this too. A study published in Nutrients Journal found that diets rich in legumes like chickpeas significantly improved muscle endurance and physical performance in older adults. Participants also showed lower markers of inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 key drivers of fatigue and weakness with age. And the best part? Chickpeas are inexpensive, versatile, and easy to digest. You can eat them roasted as a crunchy snack, mash them into hummus, toss them in stews, or add them to soups. For seniors, chickpeas are more than a food, they're a steady power supply. They help you move longer, recover faster, and feel more alive throughout the day. So if you've been running on empty, give your body what it's been missing, fuel that lasts. Because energy is strength, and chickpeas help you keep both. Now that we've built your energy system, it's time to look deeper at how your muscles use oxygen. The next food, though small in amount, can transform how your body breathes strength into every cell. 5. Spirulina. When people hear the word algae, they often think of pond scum, not something they'd want on their plate. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful muscle-rebuilding foods on Earth actually comes from algae? It's called spirulina, and it's a quiet miracle for seniors fighting weakness, fatigue, and muscle loss. Spirulina is a blue-green algae that's been used for thousands of years, from the Aztecs to modern astronauts. And for good reason, it's one of the richest natural protein sources ever discovered. Just 2 tablespoons contain around 8 grams of complete protein, meaning it includes all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair muscle. But protein is only the beginning. Spirulina also delivers iron, B vitamins, and antioxidants that help your muscles use oxygen more efficiently. You see, as we age, oxygen delivery to muscles becomes less efficient. The tiny blood vessels that carry oxygen, your capillaries, stiffen over time. That means less oxygen reaches your legs, arms, and heart during activity. The result? Fatigue, weakness, and slower recovery. Spirulina helps reverse that decline. It contains a unique compound called phycocyanin, a deep blue pigment that acts like a body mechanic. It reduces inflammation, increases red blood cell production, and improves how oxygen travels through your bloodstream. That means every breath you take does more for your body. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 75-year-old who came to me complaining about constant leg pain and exhaustion after short walks. She said, "Doctor, I feel like my legs are made of lead." We didn't change her exercise routine or add new medications, just 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder each morning in her smoothie. Within 3 weeks, she called me in disbelief. "I don't know what's happening, but I'm not winded anymore. Her legs no longer felt heavy, and she could climb stairs without stopping to catch her breath. That's the power of oxygen efficiency, something most supplements can't replicate. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that older adults who supplemented with spirulina experienced significant increases in muscle endurance and decreased fatigue. Researchers concluded that spirulina's unique blend of protein and antioxidants improved both oxygen utilization and energy metabolism. And here's another hidden benefit. Spirulina helps stabilize blood sugar levels. That means fewer energy crashes and less muscle breakdown due to stress hormones. It keeps your energy stable, your mind sharp, and your recovery steady. Spirulina is also easy to use. You can stir it into water, mix it into juice, or blend it with fruit. It has a mild, earthy flavor that disappears in smoothies but leaves your body energized for hours. For seniors, spirulina isn't just a supplement, it's protection. It nourishes your muscles, feeds your cells, and gives your body what time has quietly taken away. So, if fatigue has been stealing your strength, remember this. A single teaspoon of green powder might just give you your spark back. And if spirulina helps your muscles absorb oxygen, this final food gives them structure, a tiny, ancient grain that holds the secret to lasting stability and strength. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you are here. Now, let's move on. 6. Teff grain. Sometimes, the most powerful things in nature come in the smallest packages. That's exactly the case with teff, a tiny ancient grain from Ethiopia that's quietly becoming one of the most important discoveries for senior health. For centuries, teff has fueled the world's strongest long-distance runners not because it's trendy, but because it works. What makes teff so remarkable is its nutrient density. A single cup of cooked teff provides around 10 grams of high-quality protein, plus generous amounts of iron, calcium, magnesium, and 1 amino acid that becomes absolutely vital after 60 lysine. Lysine is the building block your body uses to create collagen, the protein that keeps your muscles attached firmly to your bones and your joints flexible. Without enough lysine, the collagen in your muscles and tendons weakens, leading to slower recovery, joint instability, and an increased risk of falls. That's where teff shines. It not only provides lysine but also supports oxygen delivery through its rich iron content. Iron increases hemoglobin, the part of your blood that carries oxygen to muscle tissue. For older adults, better oxygen means better movement. Your legs feel lighter, your steps steadier, and your balance sharper. Let me tell you about Leonard, an 82-year-old retired teacher who came to me frustrated that his legs shook whenever he tried to stand up from his recliner. He had been eating white rice every day for decades, believing it was gentle on his stomach. I asked him to swap it for teff porridge 3 times a week, nothing else. 6 weeks later, Leonard returned with tears in his eyes. "Doctor, I can walk from my kitchen to the garden without holding on to the wall." His balance had improved, his energy was up, and his fear of falling had vanished. That's the kind of transformation a simple grain can create when it meets the body's real needs. Research in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition supports what Leonard experienced. Scientists found that teff not only provides a complete protein profile, but also boosts red blood cell production and enhances endurance by improving oxygen efficiency. It's the same reason Ethiopian runners have relied on it for generations, but seniors can benefit even more. Another bonus? Teff is naturally gluten-free and easy to digest, making it gentle on aging stomachs. You can cook it as porridge, add it to soups, or bake it into bread. Its nutty flavor blends perfectly with both sweet and savory meals. For seniors, TEF represents more than nutrition, it's independence in a bowl. It gives your muscles structure, your joints resilience, and your confidence a quiet comeback. Because after 60, staying strong isn't just about lifting weights, it's about feeding the foundation that keeps you moving. So, the next time you reach for your morning cereal, remember, the tiniest grain on earth could be the reason you keep standing tall. So from dairy to grains, from sea to soil, these 6 simple foods form a complete blueprint for rebuilding your body after 60. Let's bring it all together. So now you've seen the truth. Strength after 60 isn't lost. It's simply waiting to be rebuilt. Cottage cheese repairs your muscles as you sleep. Tofu balances your hormones. Sardines calm inflammation. Chickpeas restore your daily energy. Spirulina feeds your oxygen-starved cells. And teff, the tiniest grain of all, strengthens your foundation from the inside out. Together, these 6 foods prove one thing. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diets to regain your power. You just need the right fuel, natural, affordable, and made for the way your body works today, not 20 years ago. Remember, aging doesn't mean surrendering your strength. Every meal is a choice to rebuild, to wake up with steadier legs, stronger hands, and more freedom to live the life you love. If this video helped you, type 1 in the comments and tell me which food you'll try first. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more doctor-backed tips designed for older adults. Because your best years aren't behind you, they're still ahead, waiting for the strength you choose to build today.